Welcome to PlayStation News, Rumours and Leaks. Let's take a look at some of the top pieces of news, rumours and leaks from the world of PlayStation and gaming over the last few days. Strap yourselves in and let's get cracking. Now, spotted by Gematsu, a trademark for Astrobot was filed by Sony Interactive Entertainment in Europe on August 25th, 2023, which could be an indication that a new Astrobot game is coming. Now, a new game or an Astrobot game is not a complete surprise after the success of the first Astrobot game on the PSVR, and also how highly PS5 owners praised the pre-downloaded Astrobot game that came bundled in with the PS5 console. It was actually surprising not to see a Astrobot game when the PSVR 2 launched, given the success of Astrobot, which was bundled in with the PS5. If this trademark is an indication of a new game, then VR fans will be hopeful for it to be a new PSVR 2 game. Astrobot is quickly becoming a new mascot character for PlayStation, so it would feel odd not to see another game with Astrobot as the start, especially as we currently don't know for certain what Team Asobi, the developers behind everything Astrobot, is currently working on. It should be said though that this trademark filing could always be Sony just keeping their own house in order. Moving on. While the Gran Turismo film might not have won critics over, as it sits currently on 46 and 61 on Metacritic and Rotten Tomatoes respectively, audiences seem to be loving the movie. The user score on Metacritic for the film stands at 7.7, while the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes sits at a staggering 98%, and it's even debuted with an A on CinemaScore. The fact that audiences at the very least liking the film is great news for PlayStation Productions, which is starting to earn itself a stronger reputation, it would seem, with each new project. HBO's The Last of Us was a major success, and the new Twisted Metal show on Peacock has in most cases surprised viewers with how much they really enjoyed it. When Sony's new production arm started releasing its string of adaptations with the Uncharted film, the future, well, let's just say we didn't know what the future looked like. Now that we've seen other projects launch and they're being received very well by audiences, it shows how viable it is to adapt games into films and TV shows, so long as the investment in those adaptations is done properly. Okay, just before we move on, if you like the PlayStation News, Rumours and Leaks video so far, or find the video interesting or informative, do me a favour guys, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe buttons. That helps out the video a whole bunch. Remedy's Thomas Puha has revealed a few details regarding the production of Alan Wake 2, which featured around 130 people involved in the production of the sequel across 4 years. That's as far as current incarnation of the game goes. Alan Wake 2 did exist, in fact, in prototype form over a decade ago, but it was shelved or put on the back burner in favour of new IPs like Quantum Break and Control. Here's what Puha had to say in a series of posts on Twitter. He goes on to say, "I'll also say that somehow we are getting this game done with about 130 people on average for about 4 years of dev time, and for the quality level we got, that is incredible. We are very, very far from first parties or other big studio resources. Of course, then there's also hundreds of people and way more localization, testing, marketing, publisher side of things, partners, etc. on top of the development team. It all adds up." He was referring to the R&D development staff. Alan Wake 2 is penciled in for release of October 27, 2023 across all platforms. The game takes place 13 years after the events of the original game and features 2 playable characters, Alan Wake himself and newcomer Sega Anderson. Moving on, Insomniac Games' massively anticipated SpiderMan II may take up at least 98 gigabytes on your PS5 hard drive, so make sure you've got space. And that's according to the packaging for the limited edition console that's now finding itself in the hands of content creators and pre-order customers. The box says that the upcoming superhero title will require a minimum of 98 gigabytes. Now that's just shy of the 100 gigabytes I believe that's allowed on the disc. So is it going to have a day one patch? Probably. So you're probably going to need a bit more than 98 gigabytes. If you know your games well enough, you'll remember that this is significantly bigger than Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered and Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. This is hardly surprising though, as the game is set to greatly expand on the New York City setting and features 2 playable characters in Peter Parker and Miles Morales. SpiderMan II is scheduled for release on October the 20th, 2023 for the PS5, and it sees Miles Morales and Peter Parker battling against multiple supervillains, including Kraven the Hunter and Venom. Peter will gain access to some of Venom's powers, increasing his prowess in combat, but also alters his personality to becoming more aggressive. Now this is something I'm really looking forward to seeing. How does this affect his style of gameplay? A listing of the game on the PlayStation Store has revealed that Marvel's Spider-Man 2 will feature a range of accessibility features, including the ability to slow down time. Another feature I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm very hyped for this game, and I can't believe this is coming out in less than 50 odd days. It's just amazing. Very hyped. I will be streaming it on the channel, so be sure to check it out once the game is out. Moving on to our final piece, and a little bit controversial, the PS Plus price increase will go up on every single tier, and we have no mention of any improvements or upgrades or value added for gamers. It seems a little bit bizarre from Sony PlayStation. So Sony thinks we should be paying more for its service, as subscription prices will significantly increase at the beginning of September. I think September the 6th, 2023. If you're someone who pays annually for PS Plus, then the new pricing won't go into effect if your renewal date is before the 6th of November. The new pricing will be changed next week for the 1 month or 3 month purchasing options, and this is what the changes are going to look like going forward. So PS Plus Essential is going up from $59.99 to $79.99. That's £49.99 to £59.99. PS Plus Extra is going up from $99.99 to $134.99, and £83.99 to £99.99. And PS Plus Premium essentially is $120 up to $159, and £99.99 up to £119.99. It's a 35% increase across the board. Okay, so that's what you remember, a 35% increase. And it's not exactly the thing players and gamers want to be seeing at the moment, especially when Sony has been doing a lot, but not enough to justify the current price structure. Hopefully this price increase means that Sony will begin to do more to try to get players more on board with higher price tiers. So what are they doing? Give us more information. Perhaps even figuring out a way to let players natively download PS3 games rather than having to stream the games. Can we download them? That'll be a big step forward. Certainly has to be more on offer from Sony, because they need to justify why they've increased the price by 35%. And hopefully Sony releases more information so we can justify if we want to stay signed up for a sub-service or not. So Sony, come on, give us more information. So far your communication has been piss poor. Okay, you're a market leader and you need to tell us more about price increases and what the justification is. That's going to do it for the video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you could do me a favor, just hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next PlayStation news, rumors and leaks video.